Hi, and welcome to Mondays with Marlo. We're so excited that we've got our tech guru back, Jennifer Jolly. Welcome back, Jennifer.
Thank you so much for having me back. It's great to be
here. You know,
here.
there's so much going on. I mean, it's moving like the speed of light, all these gadgets and apps and all of it, and pads and books and everything that there is. We need help. We need to sort out what there is, what's the best, what's not a waste of money, what isn't going to change like next month and be something that we can't afford.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get right into the questions because we have zillions of questions for you.
I'm ready.
People love you.
Oh, I love what I do. And the good news about how quickly everything's changing is if you learn a few fundamentals now, you'll be okay.
Well, that's great.
You'll roll with the changes. It'll make your life easier, not harder.
Well, we need easy, that's for sure.
Right?
Okay, so this is from Paige. Hi, Paige. And Paige asks a very good question. What's the next best thing in tech?
The next best thing in tech or the next big thing in tech? I'm going to answer the next big thing in tech.
Okay.
Because I feel like talking about that today, if that's all right. The next big thing in tech will be robotics. And by the way, I'm pulling out my crystal ball and looking into the future of technology. And I think robotics, 3D printing, not only 3D printing of goods, you know, a cup that we need last minute, a spoon, but 3D printing of things like veins, arteries, 3D printing in the medical field, organs. There are already some experimenting going on with that. Everything's transitioning to mobile, so you will have a laptop computer in the palm of your hand. You pretty much already do with a smartphone, but we're going to see a lot more mobile integration, and paying from your smartphone. You're going to see a lot more of that. There are even some rumors that will be
paying your bills?
Yeah, paying everything at the checkout stand.
Oh, I see.
That technology will be embedded in the iPhone 5. When that comes out, probably October of this year. So it's just a rumor at this point, but those are some of the big things to watch for in technology.
Great.
Yeah.
You know. This is from Deirdre. What's the solution for a post-50 who's sick of the cable bills and wants just to get the programs that they like? That's an important question.
And, you know, not only for post-50, but all of us. Aren't we all so sick of paying so much for cable and the commercials and the things like that that we just don't want to spend time watching? So Netflix is a great choice. And Netflix streaming on a device like a Roku. I know that I was telling you all about the Roku last time I was here, but Roku is just a really simple, easy to use device. You just put it on top of your TV, you plug your TV into it, very, very simple. And then you have to have Wi-Fi, and then it hooks you up with Netflix and all kinds of streaming services. That's one of the best that has the most. Apple TV is fantastic for that kind of thing too, but Apple TV, it's expensive and it only works with Apple products. So you can't go over to Amazon and pull things from there.
But you can with the Roku.
You can with the Roku, that's a great one. Hulu is another really good one.
Right.
Yeah, it's another kind of just go-to to rent movies.
And you can do it yourself. You can plug it in and everything, put it up. You don't need a cable guy to come and anybody to do it.
No, it's so simple.
Oh, great.
And it walks you through each step, and it's funny. It's kitschy and funny how they just say, okay, you take this cord and you plug it in here. I mean, it's very, very simple.
That's great. Simple is what we're looking for. Now here's a question from Kate, and this is a good question because Father's Day is coming up. And Kate says, what are some good tech tips for Dad? I want to get my dad something for Father's Day. Have you got anything here that could be good?
I do. Gadgets are a great thing to get Dad, and you can get gadgets under $10. You can get them all the way up to a new HD TV for a couple $1,000s. So great idea for Dad. One of my favorites this year is this Braven Bluetooth wireless speaker. So feel that it's light.
Oh yeah, that is light.
And it comes in different colors. You don't have to get them red, but this is made from aircraft grade aluminum. And let me show you what it does.
This will never break.
It will not. Well, I've thrown it around a little. I mean, if your dad's gonna try to break it, I don't know. But so far, I haven't been able to break it.
What happens? It's hooked up to something?
Yeah, so you can do this from your MP3 player or from your smartphone.
Or your iPod.
Or
oh, wow.
Yeah, and you can turn it.
Oh, wow.
I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I can take this
and
all around the house.
is it a battery? You have to replace batteries?
You plug it in to recharge it. And what's special about this particular one, there are a lot of these out there, is that it has 20 hours of battery life.
Oh, how fabulous.
That is vastly over what most of the competition has right now, which is around 6 hours of battery life.
And just regular what? AA, AAA?
No, you just plug it in.
Oh,
it
you
just
plug it
has
in.
An outlet.
A charger.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
a little charger. You plug
Great.
it in.
Okay,
and
Kate, this is it.
this also, I'm going to tell you one more awesome thing about this. This also charges your other gadgets. So you plug your little charger into this, and the additional battery power fires up your iPhone, your iPad.
Great.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
So that's a really good gift for Dad this year.
Okay, great. Gretchen wants to know, what's the best e-reader?
Well, that's almost like asking, what's your favorite child? Who's your favorite child? You know, there are so many different e-readers on the market today. It really comes down to personal preference. I have this Amazon Kindle Touch. When you look for an e-reader, you know, if you get most of your books off of Amazon, stick with the Kindle line. If you get a lot of books from barnesandnoble.com, stick with a Nook. Sony makes a great one that is very glare proof and has a very long battery life.
I just get them on my iPad.
Yeah, well, and you know what? I read all of my books right here on my iPhone. Yeah. That's hard for some people, depending on your eyesight.
On my iPad, I can get Barnes & Noble or I can get Amazon, right?
Well, your iPad doesn't let you download directly from Amazon.
Oh, I see.
So you can't buy a book. Apple only really plays nice with Apple products. So you end up getting everything from the Apple store. So really, it's personal preference. Yeah. But I'm a big fan of the Kindle.
Okay, this is from Hope. Paying for apps, which ones are worth it? Well, that's hard to say. And will they be free eventually?
No. All apps will not be free eventually because they cost.
It's a business.
It's a business.
Yes.
They cost money to make. They cost money to provide for you. So free apps are underwritten basically by the ads that they sell in the bottom of the screen.
Right.
Is it worth it to pay for an app? If you use it a lot,
like it,
absolutely. Yeah. If it gets you where you need to go on time, quickly, if it helps you find the right restaurant, if you use it, absolutely, it's worth it.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, paying for music. Somebody's got to be out there doing that work.
Doing the work.
It's okay
you got to pay
for
it. This is from Stacy. She says, I have an 11-year-old son, a 13-year-old daughter, and I'm very worried about cyberbullying. My son is very quiet. I'm worried they don't always tell me everything they're going through. Any tips and online resources to help a mom?
There are a lot of online resources to help for you right now. And I would start with a website. And of course, I'm going to go here because this is the one that I work on, and this is an issue I work on a lot. But Tecca.com is a great resource.
What's it called?
It's Tecca, Tecca.com. And I'm the Tech Life editor there. So I'm a little biased when it comes to that.
So it's about bullying?
It's about digital parenting and this pioneering landscape that we're really in right now in this time of digital parenting because we didn't grow up with this, but our children are. So my first number one tip is good parenting. No amount of electronics or gadgets takes the place or replaces good parenting. Good parenting is number one. So it's having those discussions. It's keeping an eye on what they're doing online. And, you know, some parents say, well, isn't this kind of intrusive? Heck no. You know, you
got to be intrusive.
You have to be involved in their lives. So digital parenting, a lot of great resources out there for you. And I really applaud you for asking this question because knowing what's going on online is the first step to really watching over it. And then I could talk about this for hours. There are great sites where you can monitor your kids' activity, Safety Web, Safety Net, sites like that. Get familiar with the parental controls on your computer. Don't let them have the computer in their room by themselves. Keep it in a family area.
And also you have to watch for the signs. You know, if your children are not being invited anymore, or if your little boy doesn't want to get on the school bus, or if they're getting more quiet and more afraid. You have to talk to them. That's one of the things that I've been reading about, is that you really have to drag it out of them because no kid wants to admit that they're having a bad time at school. They don't want their parents to know they're not popular or that they can't handle it themselves. So a lot of it has to do with your ability to read your own kid.
Right, and what plays out in the virtual world, in the online world, is a mirror of what's playing out in the real world. So remember that. If they're upset with somebody at school, it's not a good time to go on Facebook. And children shouldn't be on Facebook. And I get backlash from saying this, but Facebook says you have to be at least 13. My daughter's going to be 16. until that time, she can do Facebook with me. We can do it together, but you have to really know how to let them use these tools that are at their disposal.
Yes, I agree. Thanks for that question.
I'm strict, Mommy.
No, but a lot of moms and dads are dealing with that. So thank you for that question. This is from Pete. Any hot travel apps for summer?
Oh, tons of great travel apps.
Is there anything you don't know?
Ones. Well,
Not in
there's
this field.
a lot I don't know. People ask me, how do I fix this particular problem on this model computer? I have no idea, but I know where to send you to fix it. But travel apps right now, Seat Guru, Hipmunk, Kayak. Off the top of my head, what do you want it for? Do you want it for road trip travel? This is really funny, but parents all the time say, what do I have for the road trips with my kids? Sit or Squat it's one of the best road trip travel apps when you have children. Where's the clean restroom?
Yeah.
Sit or Squat. You'll thank me for that.
Great. That's funny. This is from Erica. Hi, Jennifer. I've heard there are skin and beauty apps out there that tell you the best makeup and cleansers for your complexion. True?
Honestly, I have not used a skin app. I have not. I've used a lot of beauty gadgets. I love the Clarisonic Mia. You can get that at Sephora or online at Amazon. Apps for skin care, I'm sure, because there's always an app for that, whatever you ask me.
Right.
But I'm not familiar with them.
Okay,
but
well, we'll move on.
Should be.
All
See,
right.
I don't know everything.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it probably doesn't exist.
Well, now it's going to bother me until I find out. So I'll find out, and you can read about
Next
it on
time, she'll know. This is from Michelle. What are some good apps for my commute or for my downtime?
Well,
those games probably. Huh?
Yeah. So I do Scrabble. The Scrabble app, I'm completely addicted to it. I do it over and over, and there's a setting in the Scrabble app where you can play against the computer who comes up with the best word with the same letters. So you can, just
and
over
what's
and over.
Free Cell? I have a girlfriend who does Free Cell. Is that what it's called? Free Cell?
Free Cell? I'm not sure.
Oh.
I don't know that one.
Well.
Free Cell. But Words with Friends, Angry Birds is highly addictive, depending on what kind of games you like to play. I also really like to read, listen to audiobooks, and watch movies in my downtime on commutes. So,
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
this is from Tracy. Well, she wants to know, do you recommend buying stock now in Facebook? Why or why not? Now, that's interesting after that huge thing they had last month.
Oh, my gosh. It was incredible.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, is it too late? Did we miss it?
It's not too late. It's never too late in the stock market, right? Do I recommend buying stock? That's a hard one for me to jump into because I'm not in the business of recommending stocks. I would proceed with caution. I believe, this is just my own personal opinion, it might be a good long-term investment. I don't think there's any money to be made from it short-term. I'm not exactly sure how they are going to monetize to Wall Street standards. I think when you're talking social media and this brave new world of social media, it's really hard to figure out how are they going to make and generate that much money. We know that Facebook has to migrate over to mobile. Everybody wants better access, and more apps on their mobile phone through Facebook. They bought Instagram recently. Right. That is one way that they can be really relevant and monetize picture taking better. Right. So that's the kind of thing that I would look for. I wouldn't recommend buying it quite yet.
Okay. This is from Tracy. Where can you start to become more tech savvy? I need some tips and advice on getting my feet wet. I'm 62. I know how to email, but I don't know where to begin with the other stuff. What are the best devices for this? That's a good question.
That's a great question. The best devices are a laptop, a secure browser, so not public Wi-Fi. So your own laptop and a secure way to browse online. There is a website called Family Ribbon and an app that you can download, familyribbon.com, that gives you tips, tricks, and classes of how to use and really start using the internet. There's also on, Letters to Mom on Tekka, Letters to Mom, where it's how we, the folks of us in the business, explain how to do certain things when it comes to technology to our parents. So how do you upload photos from your digital camera onto the computer? How do you get on Facebook? How do you set your privacy settings? Everything from just starting all the way through.
That's great. I hope that helped.
Yeah, and there are a lot of areas where people, there's a big divide here. So a lot of fraternities and sororities are doing classes at universities and colleges where college students are helping seniors learn the internet. I highly recommend those.
Sounds great.
And you can Google it to see if there's one in your area.
Right. Here's one from Stacy. I have all these photos I want to share with my friends. What are the sites for creating photo albums?
Tons of great sites out there. There are a lot. The Kodak has a good one. Shutterfly has a good one. One of the easiest...
Oh, my family uses Shutterfly.
Yeah, they're very, very simple.
Yeah.
If you just want to create photo albums that live online and you want to easily get all of your photos to one place, there's a new app called Color. It's color.com, or the Color app is what I put into iTunes to make it show up on my phone. And it instantly uploads any pictures that are on your phone and shares them among all of the devices.
Great.
And you're not going to believe this. You can take live video on your smartphone and stream it live to Facebook.
Oh, how great.
Remember when you used to have a million cords and satellite trucks? You can do that from your smartphone.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Here's something from Harriet. What are the most popular boomer apps on iPads or iPhones?
Again, the sky's the limit. What do you need them for? If there are health apps that you need, iTriage.com is a great one. There are a lot of financial apps, calculators for savings. There are apps that make all of the fonts larger so that you can read.
That's a great
easier.
one. Right.
There's magnifying glass apps. There's
and probably getting in the one that you said before, getting into the digital world. What was because there are a lot of older people.
Yeah, FamilyRibbon.com.
That's right.
Yeah, there are a lot out there. In fact, I wrote a few down. Eons.com, grandparents.com, Baby Boomer Talk Online, all of those.
Oh, great.
Access
Baby Boomer Talk Online, that's pretty specific.
Yeah, right?
Right.
So the tech world realizes it's not just hoodie-wearing college kids anymore, that we need to do more for the older crowd, like us.
Like us. This is from Carol Monks.
Yeah.
She says, FB timelines, Facebook timelines, yuck. Right. I delete things, it comes right back. Is there an easier way to get Facebook back?
To get back to what it used to be, no. You really can't do that. You can make it easier for you to look at and you to read. And again, we've written a lot of columns on that and advice columns on that. But you just need to go into your settings on Facebook, play around with it a little. It's kind of a hard thing for me to tell you versus show you, so we have done a lot of that. And you can get to a fairly comfortable place again with it. But you're not alone.
Right.
We don't like the change, and it's not conducive to the over 40 crowd who isn't living all of our life online. It's frustrating.
Right. This is an important question. This is from Greg. Thanks, Greg. How can I control my privacy and my children's privacy on social media? I want my kids to stay engaged, but I don't want information about them out there.
Yeah. Well,
this is a big thing.
Tell them how critical it is for them not to post personal information about themselves online. Also, do a Google search for your child's name, your name, the town you live in. Chances are information will pop up. Public record information is now being put together on sites like Intellius. There's several sites that do this, that just kind of put all of your personal information in one place. It's easy to get yourself and your children off of those sites. Every one of them has a place where you can go and follow a few simple steps to get yourself removed from that. So first step, make sure your kids know how important it is not to overshare on the internet. There's a recent trend where kids are giving out their passwords when they first start dating in high school. Yeah. They give away their password. Nightmare. Don't do that. Don't share pictures. Remember that everything that goes from you to the internet goes out to everyone, and you really can't get away from it.
It's a postcard. It's an absolutely wide open thing.
Think of it like a billboard.
Right,
Not only a postcard, a billboard.
Right.
There are tons of sites that can keep track and give you as a parent a little heads up if something looks like a red flag. Safety Web, Safety Net. There are sites like that out there that can do that for you.
Great. What's the safest way to shop online?
Use a secure browser. So again, don't use a public Wi-Fi. Don't use a computer at the library. your computer, secure browser. Shop with a credit card so that your credit card company will take care of you. You have some resources if something goes amiss. Make sure that you shop at a place that you're familiar with. Amazon, you're familiar with. They have a lot of protection set up for you.
Right,
eBay. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Anything that comes unsolicited, like to your email inbox, click here, save big.
Right.
Red flag.
This is from Lanny Steed. Hi, Lanny. What are the best internet browsers to use? Fastest, most reliable?
Google Chrome comes out the winner in test after test after test. Google Chrome, Firefox, and Safari come out as the best in terms of, and Google Chrome over and over again comes out the best in terms of speed and privacy protection.
Oh, that's great. So this is from Jackie Saleno. How often should I change my passwords to emails, websites, accounts, and how do I remember and organize them? I'm always forgetting them. This is an important question. How often should we change our passwords?
That is such an important question.
It is.
It depends on how you use the internet. If you use it in a public place, if you use it in the library, you should change it once every 3 months. Do I do that? Heck no, I could never remember all of those passwords. There are some sites and apps that you can use. There's LastPass, KeyPass, and 1Password, and that will help you generate new and different and more safe passwords. You should also do a phrase, a book. You should have numbers and letters. And the way that I do my favorite book, and I put a series of numbers that have special meaning to me, and then an exclamation point at the end.
Exactly. A lot of different characters, because the odds are that nobody's ever going to get all those characters right.
Don't write them down and don't store them on a device that could be stolen, like on your laptop.
That's right. This is from Mark, and it's about airport safety. Should we bring laptops in? I still have a fear. Please help me get over it once and for all. I know they talk about backup all the time, but I still don't want any of my priceless materials swiped and wiped off my mother, i.e. mama board.
I totally understand. I travel back and forth across the country about 5 times a month, and I've never had any trouble with this.
Good.
Make sure that your virus protection and security software are up to date, that your browsers are up to date, and don't use public Wi-Fi. I carry a little device around, an AT&T Sierra wireless device, so I have my own private and protected Wi-Fi wherever I go. That's another.
And what's wrong with using the public Wi-Fi?
You just don't know who has access to it at any given time. There are better ways to protect yourself. You can Google, just Google public Wi-Fi protection. There are a few steps that you can take, but it's for a little bit more tech savvy
Do you use
folks.
that on the airplane?
I don't. I use the GoGo in-flight on the airplane. And as long as your browser's safe and your virus malware protection is safe and up to date on your computer, and it might be $100 a year, really good insurance for protecting all of your digital data. McAfee, Sophos, there are Seagate, there are all kinds of protection plans out there.
Well, I have a zillion more questions, and I feel really bad that we can't answer them all, but we wanted to have some time to really look at some of your gadgets because it's Father's Day is coming up, and graduations are coming up, so there's lots of presents everybody has to buy. So I think we should move on to the gadgets that you brought.
Well, and you know how much I love these gadgets. So this little DV300F is a small little Samsung camera that just launched last month. And if you can see right there, it has where you can see yourself.
Right.
So you can take a picture of yourself.
Right.
And I just love that. It's got a little TV screen on the front of it. I think that's so cool. It also plays little cartoons in there so that you can get your kids. I'm going to take a picture. So you can. Whoop.
There
All
it
right.
is.
So yeah.
Great.
So
what else?
That's fantastic. Affordable, great. These, by the way, these are smart cameras, so they're Wi-Fi. So as soon as you use it, you can upload it right to Facebook.
Oh, great.
Smart. It's the world of smart devices. You take a million pictures on your
Yes.
iPhone or your iPod.
You bet.
Well, you can now print them automatically with this Viewpoint
Oh,
solutions.
wow, I love
so
that.
That's pretty special. You can print it right out. It's going to take a minute, so we'll come back to that as well. But you can print that out. I love that. I use that all the time.
That's great.
This,
I mean, it's filled with paper or something?
Yeah. It'll take me just a second to make it run, but here, I'll show you here.
That's great. It has to be heated up, right?
It has to be plugged in, but that's it.
Oh, I can't wait to see
here.
it.
You know what we'll do? We'll just take a picture.
Okay.
And then we'll print that picture.
All right.
Okay, we're taking a picture.
Hello.
And then we can, so it pulls up, it gives you all these different options. You can
Right.
print one large one for pocket
print
size.
anything.
You can print,
Print anything.
that's pretty special. So we'll hit print. And then
Oh my goodness.
you can print right from your smartphone. So I do this all the time. I take
I
a
love this.
bazillion pictures on my smartphone. Basically, my smartphone's now
Great.
become my digital camera. I never print them out. I never upload them. This lets me do it. This also turns any party that you're at,
Right.
you have an instant photo booth.
Oh, that's great.
An
Here
instant
it comes.
camera, an
I
instant
hear
photo
it.
booth.
Here it comes. Look at this.
It'll go back and forth a few times.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that's fabulous.
It's a great party favor. I love
Great,
that one
wonderful.
at parties.
And what's this over here?
This is the Beacon. It's BIKN. This is perfect when you lose your keys, your sunglasses, your purse, your phone. It's a little iPhone case or
Right.
a smartphone case.
Right.
And then if you lose something, all you have to do, you put a little tag on it,
Right.
and then it's the new lost and found. I don't know about you, but I lose my keys.
I lose everything.
2-3 times a day, every day. So it's going to find your keys and find them. It's going to
Oh,
locate
look at our picture. Wow, it came out. It's
Yeah.
fabulous. Oh, I love this.
Isn't that
Oh, I have
fantastic?
to have this. This is great. This is great.
And of course now we can find our keys, and it tells you where they are, how close you're getting to
Oh,
them.
how great.
So you
Oh, that's great.
And it's a tiny tag, so you can put it on your dog.
Oh, this
you
is-
can put it on your children.
Right.
When you're,
Put it on your husband.
On your husband, and it goes both ways. If you find this and you can't find your phone, you can
Oh,
do a
that's
reverse.
great.
So
It's
that's
the phone
pretty
that I'm
special.
always losing.
Oh, me too.
Yeah,
and then
that's
you have to
great.
go get your husband's phone to call your phone to find your
Right,
phone.
right.
This is great.
That's
great.
Wonderful.
Great gadget.
Fabulous. Well, you have something else?
Well,
Oh, wow.
this is another one. Everything's smart. Every device is smart.
Is that a scale?
This is the Fitbit Aria Wi-Fi Smart Scale.
Wow.
So it uploads all the information, your body mass index, how much water weight you've gained or lost, all this information, uploads it into
That's
a place
great.
online where you can see
And I
it
hope
and
it
track
is
trends.
also like a few pounds less than it really should be.
Yeah,
that
of
would
course.
be nice.
But it shows
If it was really
trends.
smart, that's what it would do.
I know, right? I completely agree.
Thank you. You're
Thank
wonderful.
you.
really
Oh,
are
it's so
wonderful.
great to be
I'm
here.
so glad. And you'll be
Yeah.
back because we love you.
Great.
Our community loves you. And we love you guys. So come back. We'll see you next week.